Hey guys, welcome back to Invisible Jiu-Jitsu for another Reddit requests. Reddit request for today is straight footlocks, how to do them and how to defend them, okay? I'm not going to give you a million different setups to do straight footlocks, but I'm going to show you how I have my legs and how I have my control position and what I'm exactly doing with my arms, and then the setups you can pick up and you can take whichever setup that you like and apply that to, okay? Then defenses, I'll show you a few things and we'll see where we go from there, okay? So, classic, I'm passing Jamie's guard. Here, I'm gonna try and wrap up a leg. Sometimes he'll leave a leg dangling, and I just like to lean on it, look, okay? So, right now I'm maybe passing his guard, but his leg is trapped, but he doesn't feel trapped, okay? He doesn't feel like he's super in danger. If I go here, he feels like he's in danger and he starts to rotate his leg and his ankle out, which we're going to talk about later on, okay? Whereas if I just trap his leg and I pinch it in between my ribs and my leg, all of a sudden he's not so worried, okay? Now from here, I'm going to wrap by his knee and I'm going to fall into my footlock position, okay? The better we get at this, the faster we can go and we can actually more jump into it, okay? But it looks like this. Okay, so I've got an outside hook, I've got a foot on the hip, and I started with my wrap and I slid all the way down his foot. What that means is that as far as I slide, I know I can't go off the end of his foot because his heel is there. I'm going to end up in a very tight footlock. Okay, so just to highlight what we're doing with the hand here, I start to wrap here, and as I fall, I keep tension. And that's as far as I can get. Okay, do you see how I dragged him a little bit because his heel acts like a bump stop? Okay, I like to use right where that muscle of my forearm starts. So it's about halfway along my forearm, okay? Here it's too shallow, here is too meaty, is too deep. So I wrap, and as I fall, his heel is going to catch me. This leg is folded in, makes a hook, I fall to that side, and my foot goes to the hip, okay? Do not leave this foot in the middle, okay? We're going to be open to counters, all right? Counters like the steamer lock, which is particularly vicious. I leave it here, okay? And I pinch my knees. From here, I'm going to fall onto my shoulder, and I'm going to tuck my elbow behind me. If we watch Jamie's face when I do that, it should change, okay? Nice high hand. I can go cup and saucer, chain, rear naked choke grip, it doesn't matter. And then I look over my bottom shoulder and I start to put through, okay? When I look over my bottom shoulder, what that does is it gives me the maximum amount of braking force as opposed to being on my back where all I have is a little hip raise, okay? So when I get good at this, it's a little difficult with Jamie because I'm twice his height. But when I get good, I can actually start jumping into the position. Okay? But to start with, nice and slow, we start with our pinch look. I'm here, I'm passing his guard, he's not worried, I wrap, and we fold. Okay? This is a real nice position because it leaves me safe from a lot of the counters to the regular footlock that we're going to discuss afterwards. From here, high hand, it's going to come on already. I fall to my shoulder and I start looking over my bottom shoulder to allow me to put my hips through. Okay? Same entry, same footlock, can be done very nicely from the single leg X. So if Jamie stands, I'm here, I'm playing, I come through, I have my single leg X, I switch through to X, and then I stamp on his hip. From here, I like to hit my tripod sweep, and we're good. I can always over-rotate and come belly down, or finish in the position that we just talked about, okay? So, a couple little attacks from there, but the principles are the same. High hand, using the end of the sharp part of my forearm, right down the middle, and a nice control position, okay? The control position with the legs is very nice because for a straight footlock, I want a nice straight leg here, okay? If he tries to come towards me, I have two things keeping him away. He tries to push my leg away from his body, doesn't matter. I just continue belly down. If he pushes it the other way, no problem. We loop it back. Okay? If he does get rid of this one and he gets rid of this one, I can always stand back up. Okay? Disengaging from the position back to stand up, very nice with this technique. Okay? In terms of defense to the footlock, what I'll do, I'll show you some defenses to the common footlock position. Common footlock position being leg in the middle, foot on the hip, okay, kind of classic. So Jamie has this position, leg in the middle, foot on the hip, and he's going to fall to this side. Okay, nice, good. First things I want to do, if I end up in this position, is come up towards him. Okay? If I can put my foot flat on the ground, there is no more footlock anymore. Okay? But for safety, initial safety, I want to put the boot on and I want to pull him towards me. Okay? Try and arch back, finish the footlock. Alright? So I put a boot on, like I'm putting a Wellington on. Boom! And I'm straight. Try and wrap my leg up. He tries to go back, no good. From here, go. I'm going to start using that momentum to come up. Once my foot is on the floor, there's no more footlock. Okay, put the back on the hip. Try and footlock me from here. It's impossible. Okay? From here, I grab toes and I take off his foot. Okay? If he still leaves this tight, great, I'm going to deal with it. If he drops it, I just drop into mount. Okay? And then from there, we can start working into monoplata, omoplata, anything we like really. But once I'm here and he's wrapped, he has this up, here, 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 heel points in, toes point out, okay? I grab toes and I strip. If I can then pass that and sit into technical mount, fantastic. If I can't, once I strip, I like to turn my heel in and pull out and step, okay? So, that heel pointing in is going to work if he tries to footlock me from standing or from the ground. Works everywhere. As soon as he wraps my foot, I raise my hips and I point the heel in. Okay? If it was a cross footlock, I raise my hips and I point the heel in. Okay? So I use him to raise my hips. He grabs again. I push off, look, raise, pull back out, back into some sort of guard. Okay? So, thank you very much guys, thank you very much to Jamie for being the partner today. Hopefully that gave you a little bit of a clue into what we're doing with the footlocks here, both attacking and escaping. If you want to see more on that theme, leave me a comment down below on the YouTube page, tell me what you want to see, and share it with all your friends, because the more you share, the more views we get, the more likely I am to make more of these videos for you guys. Thank you very much. Just hit the red button.